Professor Atri. Please subscribe. Okay, now we get into the main idea. So, if I say anything that's not correct or there's a mistake, please correct me in the comment section below. So here's the overview of this infographic video. What is imperialism? Characteristic of imperialism. Positives and negatives of imperialism. Imperialism, defined as extending the power of a country outside its own territory through colonization and invasion. So, one example you could say is the British Empire. The British Empire, its own territory, is just this nice little island surrounded by nice sea. That's Britain, you know. You can call it what you call Great Britain or whatever you can call it. It's Britain. That's an example. So Britain had many colonies outside of that island, that outside of its area. So that means they're extending their influence outside of the territory. So that's imperialism. Or sometimes people can say they colonize other places to get more influence and more power, more land, more resources. So the British Empire is an example of imperialism. Characteristic of imperialism include colonization and colonized. Colonization is controlling another group of people, which colonized means ruling the people by using their own official or local people. Colonization, controlling. Colonized, ruling. Yeah. Positives. Positives of imperialism. Local warfare between internal groups are reduced, unified by one controlling government and party. Since they're all ruled by one party, one government, there's no need to fight, for resources, because those controlling people will not allow it, unless they are not happy with the government they have, New hospital means increased lifespan. Colonizers has better and more advanced medical system and technology. Economic growth. Trade and business boosted as colonizers controlled the economy. Negatives of imperialism. Loss of land dependence and resources. Since they now control the area, they can explode and do whatever they want with it. So now maybe maybe they lose a lot of the lands they're supposed to be owning, or maybe those colonizers start digging up their mines using their resources. So that's one of the negatives. Now those resources does not belong to them. It's belong to those colonizers. More negatives include that they are forced to work on mines and farms, exploited labor, decreased cost, products from these labor can be used for their own benefits. And in some cases, you can say some people are enslaved to work for those colonizers. Local people lost traditional values and began to admire European culture. Sometimes a new language is introduced and the original language began to die away. For example, the French colonizing Africa. Now a lot of people in Africa speak French. It's because before France colonized Africa and they introduced the French language to them, taught them those languages, and sooner or later some of the original language started to die away. Some of them are still living and alive and people are speaking in that language, but it's not as prominent as when they didn't colonize the place yet. Characteristic of imperialism. First, people of the colonized area lose all or some control of the area. That's colonizer. This is part of the colonizer section. Ruled by their foreign official or local official. This is being colonized, since they're ruling, not controlling. Colonizers use direct or indirect control. Direct means being ruled by the official, and indirect is ruled by the local officials. So this is also colonized. Thank you.